Federal prosecutors are in the process of selecting jurors. Diddy is quite possibly going to trial. There is a minimum of 7 people who have filed a lawsuit against Diddy so far. Facts are that 7 out of the 8 lawsuits accuse Sean Combs of sexual assault. Every week there are new plaintiffs who are in possession of concrete evidence. For example, Diddy's former producer and videographer, Rodney Lil Rod Jones, filed a civil complaint against him in February. Allegedly, Rodney Jones stated that Diddy forced him to recruit workers more than once for his freak-offs. Also, former model Crystal McKinney claims that in 2003 she was attacked in Sean Combs' recording studio by him. Supposedly, she was only 22 years old when the incident happened during New York City Men's Fashion Week. Crystal McKinney has party invitations, photos next to him and Kim Porter, underwear preserved in Ziploc airtight bags retrieved by Diddy as well. Specifically, these garments will be tested by investigators for DNA. Diddy
just filed against Combs by another woman. Former model Crystal McKinney claims the hip-hop mogul drugged and sexually assaulted her after promising he could advance her career. This happened in 2003. McKinney claims her refusal to go along then with Combs' demands hurt her career. Specifically, she claims that she was blackballed from modeling, that she became severely depressed, and attempted suicide thereafter in 2004. She says she had a moral obligation to speak up now, some 20 years later. So, Paul, what does this mean? What does this mean for Diddy?
Well, I think it means big trouble for Diddy because we all saw the video a couple of nights ago that was released with him apologizing profusely, almost teary-eyed, saying he's a better man now than he was then. And he's reformed, and he's not going to do this again. Well, sorry, but this incident in 2003 happened before the great reformation of Sean Diddy Holmes. So I think that could present problems for him in defending the case. And there may be a lot of women like this who are going to come out of the woodwork. Some people have legitimate claims. A lot are just out to make a quick settlement and a quick buck. And he's looking at a world of hurt in the years ahead because of these laws.
Lewinsky and President Clinton at a party on the White House lawn in 1995. Lewinsky sure looked starstruck. She was hoping the sage-colored suit she was wearing would catch his eye.
I ran home at lunchtime and I put back on the sage green suit I had been wearing the day before when he paid attention to me. And I thought, well, maybe he'll notice me again. And notice me he did. He spent time sort of standing there and held my hand longer than he should have.
The footage is featured in the new A&E docuseries, The Clinton Affair. I spoke to director Blair Foster, who says she found the lost footage in White House archives.
They had a number of boxes relating to these events. They weren't really labeled. And we said, okay, we want to know what's in those boxes. And we were very persistent. And one day we got a hard drive and it had all of this footage that no one's ever seen.
Lewinsky opens up as never before about her sexual liaison with Clinton, which often took place in the president's private study, just off the Oval Office.
He said, oh, go see Betty. She has something for you. Betty Currie was the president's secretary. She brought me back into the Oval Office, and the three of us went into the back study. And she went into the dining room and hid there because the illusion to everyone else was that I was not alone with him.
Monica has never spoken in such great detail. Why now?
She wanted to be a part of something that was looking back on these 20 years, and I think she wanted to get her story out there.
He was only 22 years old and Bill Clinton was 49 years old enough to be her father. On television, President Bill Clinton blatantly lied about their 18-month affair. He said in quotes, "I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky," end of quotes. And you know what his consequence was? His impeachment. Now, going back to the latest news about Diddy, currently investigators are interviewing plaintiffs leading up to a broader trafficking, illegal substance probe, and even R violations. Since the feds have a few videos as evidence, several individuals were identified and contacted for thorough interrogation. I'm so curious about these potential witnesses who will possibly testify before a grand jury in New York City. Sean Combs, Diddy, Puff Daddy, Puffy Brother Love have allegedly abused numerous people. During those times, Diddy felt he was entitled. Everyone, remember the video when Diddy is screaming a similar statement as, "I am a savage. Whatever I want, I have to get it." He yelled these statements a few times.
You think I could book that for like the weekend of the 14th when the soundtrack comes out? If so, bump somebody. All right, thanks. All right, love you, man. All right. I got my MTV out. Savage! I'm a savage! Oh! I'm a savage! Whatever I want, I'm going to get! Whatever I want, I have to get! Yes! What's next? What's next? I gotta get it. I'm not gonna stay fucking down. I'm not gonna stay fucking lying down. I'm not. I can't do it, man. I can't do that. What's next? Give me something else. What can't you do? I can do it. I can do anything.
Well, the feds want you, Diddy. Whatever they want, they have to get it. Now, federal law enforcement wants an ironclad, bulletproof case.